Hey everybody, I hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to Siralim Ultimate. I myself am doing great. I just got done with my workout, did an evening workout today. Usually I try to do it in the morning, but I figured you know what, there's nothing wrong with working out in the evening, it's just a matter of making the time for it. And I feel great because I think I mentioned a few episodes ago that I had gotten sick pretty badly for about a week. It went away eventually, but with me always the thing with when you get sick, especially when it's a bad one, is that, okay, eventually the bad symptoms go away, right? The fever goes away, the cough goes away, the other annoying things. But then it takes a while for you to get back to 100%. So for me, the thing that really emphasizes the fact that I am fully well now is when I'm able to go through my full workout routine and still feel okay afterwards. And that is what happened right now, and I feel more than okay. I feel great. I have a sudden burst of energy, in fact. This always happens whenever I work out. I have a burst of energy, and then towards the evening, I feel very tired, but in a satisfied kind of way. And then, I usually sleep a lot better on days when I've exercised, or weeks when I'm exercising regularly, because, I take rest days as well. But yeah, it's just all around makes you feel good, and I hope you guys are feeling good too. So what are we doing this episode? Well, we are still on the piety grind. There's one more relic we have to unlock, and there's nothing to do but to just go for it. Let's just make sure we are making goblet progress as well. And we've been on this Rune of Prophecies for quite a while with these really long objectives. We've still not gotten a single buried treasure. But what's our status on that forage mission? Okay, two realms will do it, and we are most definitely not going to be handing in, or we're not going to be getting those 4 buried treasures done. So, Tox Dweller is surely chaos? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so this realm, this Rune of Prophecies is not gonna be fully completed. That's okay. Okay, less damage dealt, extra health. But at least they're not resurrecting. Alright, let's just go in and do... Okay. What we gotta do with this guy is he's stranded behind these destructible objects, which are a combination of realm objects. Like, we see one of the orbs after beating a false god. We see Apocrynox's god altar. And then this is from Suratli's realm. But some of these others are just decorations. I assume most, if not all of these will be decorations that we can unlock for our own keep eventually. And he gives us some treasure. We could talk to him again, and I think he can find his own way out. I don't think there's anything else. I've, in the past, destroyed every single one of these objects, but I haven't really noticed any change, any difference. So, pink and yellow should give us treasure, pink and red should give us favor. Do you want treasure? Do you want favor? Let's go for oh, well, I got that wrong. I got that horribly wrong. Was it yellow and red? You know what, I should have not even tried to improvise. So we missed out on a bit of favor that we could have gotten with Zante. That's okay. favor, long run, we'll get it. And look at that. We get a candle to make up for our indiscretions. Alright. Let's reveal. You guys are going down pretty quick. As long as somebody in their party goes down, the rest of them should also go down pretty quickly due to the corpse explosions. And you know what? Let's get some siege clockworks out and about so that we can murder them and perhaps obtain this card. Ooh, but they are pretty tanky. Pretty tanky, but we can deal with them. Just a bit of micromanagement. Ooh, one thing that I should check is, are we able to blind enemies in this realm? Sorry, no, I said blind. What I meant to say was silenced, and indeed we have silenced our enemies. And you know what? You know what this means? This means we are gonna get some. Well, as soon as I kill somebody to make some room, we're gonna get some Pandoras on the field as well. And of course, these whites are gonna annoy us with their resurrections, but we can deal with them. Alright, let's get some of these Pandoras on. I think they're on page 37. Yep, a couple of them have turned up pretty close, and I think we just do this. Lovely. Oh, I didn't want to destroy that candle. That's okay. That's fine. And a couple more of them. All of the Pandoras seem to have congregated in, or most of them rather, in this area right next to the candle, which makes things convenient for us. Alright. So I think we found 3 cards last episode. 3 or 4. Would love to find some this episode as well. Especially some of this Pandora. Oh, action up. My creatures were not acting in the order, not moving in the order that I was expecting them to. Yeah, once again, our Animatus is moving first, which means we gotta do this. Just a bit of micromanagement. Not gonna slow us down too much. Unless I completely zone out and lose track of who's moving when. Yeah, you know what? We can just do this. Okay, we have a lot of debuffs. That's a bad time. At least we're not silenced. So here's what we'll do. Oh my god, too many debuffs. Somebody needs to move, because we have too many debuffs. We have stone and frozen, and some of us are getting silenced as well. Oh, fuck off. Ugh. Somebody needs to take a turn and get rid of these. Fucking hell, man. Yeah, I messed this up. I I should have taken this battle a little bit more seriously. And of course, the Ebony Ant is everybody's. Is okay. But you're silenced, so you fuck off. You are not silenced. Okay, so cast Greater Dispel. Okay, now maybe try and kill them like this. Oh no, you know what? You know what? I should just get rid of their trait. Oh my god, this nonsense that they're doing is fucking hell. Really, dude? Okay. They're still not dead? Really? Okay, surely somebody's gonna die. There we go. Now, the rest of them should also... Jeez, man, that was a bit of an ordeal. Bit of an ordeal. Luckily, these Pandoras are not quite as annoying. Alright, now we're getting through the rest of these pretty quickly. You know what, let's kill one more group. And then let's summon 2 more Pandoras. We'll get a lot of candle farming done. Yeah, let's summon 2 more Pandoras. And then we'll just kill the creatures that are on the field right now. And we'll call it good after that. So I really... We're killing them so quickly that I feel like I should do a bit of off-screen farming as well. Just, it would be so nice to get this card out of the way. So, let's first kill all 15 of these enemies. I will kill them on camera, and then off camera I will kill another 20 Pandoras, because we're getting through them really quickly. And we have the power to spare. I think we can kill this guy, yes. We have the resources to spare. In fact, I think we've been gaining power throughout this entire process. So that's not an issue. Alright. Yeah, we'll kill the things that are on the field right now, and if we're really lucky, we'll see a card pop up. If we're not lucky, then we won't. But either way, we have got to try. And the books, as always, are alive and must be killed. Get a bit more favor with Zante. Really do hope that there's no hidden game exception that would prevent us from getting the Pandora card from farming it at the candle. And I feel like it would be too crazy to expect you to, because it's such a rare encounter, like finding a Pandora out in the wild. It's such a rare encounter that I don't think it would make any amount of sense to expect the player to find the Pandora's card from, like, not even a group of 6 Pandoras. When you find them out in the wild, it's just one Pandora by itself. And the odds of finding the card are so low. And yes, we did find the Mimic card from, you know, fighting solitary Mimics, but Mimics are also much more common than Pandoras. And even then, I felt like it was a huge bit of luck finding that Mimic card. So, yeah, I have to assume that... pink and green? What does that do? Oh, pink and green is treasure. Pink and green is treasure. That's something to remember. For some reason, I thought it was going to be pink and yellow. And I don't think we had pink and green as an option previously. These guys are very resistant to indirect damage, but not so resistant to direct damage, as you saw from that riotous rum that nearly killed them. Get some more treasure out of you. Kill these folks. And we get some extra debuffs on our enemies. Why not? And I think we can kill you like this. Lovely. Alright. Oh, what are you? Are you, oh, you are the rebel. I was like, I thought we already fought the master in this realm. And we have. This is just the quest objective. And it's gonna go down pretty quick. And I think he should give us a treasure chest as well. The chest had nothing in it, and there's a chest behind that chest, also with nothing in it. That's okay. Alright. Alright. You know what? I'm prepared to spend a lot of time farming these Pandoras. So let me, now that I've hunted down all of the ones in the, well, first, there might be a chest. There was not a chest, but there could have been. Let me also take a look around just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna summon 2 more groups of 20. 2 more groups of 20 Pandoras. I will kill them off screen. I will only come to you when we're about to kill the final one, or if something noteworthy happens. Hint hint, if we find the card. But yes, I think now we've gotten 20 of them on the field. So I'll be back with you either when we're about to finish off these 20, or if perhaps there's something even more exciting to show you. Either way, I will see you shortly. Well, would you look at that? This card is part of a set. After you find enough cards in this set, you'll unlock a permanent bonus. This item is automatically added to its corresponding card set when you pick it up. I don't know why I felt the need to read that text. I don't think I've ever read it in this entire playthrough, but I felt like reading that would add a bit of gravity to this moment. Confirmed. You can find the Pandora card from summoning the Pandora at the candle. And not just that, but now we have this interesting bonus. When you fight a Mimic, it has a 25% chance to start the battle with 1 health. Which means that certain... So Mimics can be pretty tanky enemies. They start with a bunch of buffs, and depending what the realm properties are, it can take a couple turns before you can finish them off. But if they start the battle with only 1 health, then all you would have to do is some sort of chip damage, and then they're dead. And you know what? I need to check something. So, Killer Cooler and the Gift Mimic are both... We have enough to summon both of them. Oh my goodness. Okay, this could be a bad time. At the start of battle, this creature gains 5 random traits. 6 of them, each with 5 traits. Ugh. Oh my goodness. We need to do it though. Like we need the card. We need to complete this card set. How would we... You know what? Let's summon one group of Killer Coolers. Yeah, see, they have so many traits that one of their traits has obviously shuffled the timeline. Ooh, and fuck off! Your silence really. Okay. You know what? Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll get lucky and just find the card. And see, because of their stupid traits, we still have debuffs that are wasting our turns. Some of our people are silenced. This is gonna be the... This might be the worst. The worst thing that I've seen. Out of all of the creatures we've had to fight, at least this time we are on top. So we need to just blank slate. So with a bit of micromanagement, assuming that we are assuming that the enemies haven't done anything to the timeline, we should still be able to... we should still be able to fight Killer Coolers. But blank slate is definitely a must, because I'm not dealing with 30 extra traits and just wondering what kind of crazy nonsense that they're gonna put us through. I am really happy though that we did find the Pandora's card. Not even... we didn't even have to farm for it that heavily. It's been quite a few episodes, but we've only been farming for it very sporadically. And given how much time we've actually spent farming the this creature specifically, I think we've gotten its card pretty quickly. Yeah, see, the issue with this creature, the extra traits. Maybe there's some anointment. Maybe there's some anointment. Maybe there's some trait that we can... Oh hey, we're gonna get it! We are gonna get a special mimic skin. And let me just check something. when we find this mimic skin, Land of Breath and Balance. I wasn't crazy. We aren't in the Land of Breath and Balance, but we found a mimic skin. Do you remember a few episodes ago, I titled the episode Unreliable Narrator because I was genuinely starting to question my own eyes. But while I was farming Pandora's off-screen, I found something and I thought it was a skin, and then I looked through the skins we found, but none of the skins, I think we were in the Temple of Lies, none of the skins we found were related to the Temple of Lies. So I'm like, either we found a skin for a different creature or we found a mimic skin from a different realm. And as we just saw, just now, we found the Breath and Balance mimic skin while fighting a Pandora in the in Zonte's lab. What's this place called? Refuge of the Magi, Zonte's realm. So not only did we find the Pandora card, but we even found a mimic skin. And this is our final enemy. This final enemy is a Pandora. Final enemy is a Pandora. And there's no need to farm killer coolers in this realm specifically, because silencing them, I mean, silencing them is still useful, because it does help us counteract any start of battle spells that they might have cast due to any of their 30 extra traits. But it's not strictly needed in the same way as it is for the Pandora, because with the Pandoras it's guaranteed 30 spells coming at you unless you've silenced them. With the killer coolers, it'll be annoying, but it'll be doable. Nevertheless, like, while I'm on a bit of a roll, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to summon another group of 20. I will kill them off screen, and once again I'll be back with you either when we're about to finish up this group, or if perhaps, once again, you never know, it could happen, if I have something even more exciting to show you, i.e. if they drop the card. Either way, I will be back with you shortly. Alright. No card so far. This is our final enemy of the realm, and so far it hasn't been that bad. The Ridelings that the enemies have as a realm property have occasionally been annoying because they are causing us to get debuffed, and sometimes they give us really annoying debuffs, like they will silence our party members and it'll just cause a bunch of irritation. Okay. The game's running a bit slow, but I think we'll just power through. And also just to confirm, we haven't found the Killer Cooler card yet. Killer Cooler card, very nicely alliterative phrase. But yeah, we haven't found the card yet. But at some point we did go from rank B to rank A. This card will be very satisfying when we do eventually find it. I think it's time now for... I feel like I've been in this realm so long. It's time now for us to finally go to another realm, a new realm. 428 is a lovely bonus. Let's go to another random realm. Okay, and now the question is, do we want to keep summoning killer coolers at the divination candle, or do we want to go back to clockwork enemies, or do we want to do sort of like a mixture of the two? I think I kind of want to prioritize killer coolers. I just want to get them... ooh, And speaking of candle enemies, we can already get some candle action going on right now. The game is very slow, but I think it's speeding up a little bit. It's I think it'll speed up if we stay in it. So yeah, let's keep on going with killer coolers until we get this card. Yeah, the game is pretty slow. It is pretty slow. Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna restart the game, I think. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm just gonna. It's speeding up. I'll fight one more enemy, and if it feels like it hasn't sped up, I'll restart the game. Let's do blank slate. What are they fused? Oh, they're fused with luck mantrias. That's why they're getting all these weird random buffs. Yeah, I'm gonna restart the game. Oh, but I can't restart in the middle of a realm. Shit. Well, I guess we're stuck with this. I guess we're stuck with this. I guess we're just gonna have to hope that the game just voluntarily speeds up. Or if Windows is responsible, that Windows just voluntarily stops doing whatever it's doing in the background. Oof, that's harsh. We're taking some big hits. But they're dead. That's good. I guess it's not so bad. It's speeding up. I feel like it's speeding up. Let me just quickly check with the task manager just to see what the deal is. Yeah, I guess it could be OBS as well. Ooh, treasure golem. Treasure golem. Yeah, you know, let's just try and fight it. We do have our extra attacks, so what we'll do is we'll do this. Mimic can do that. And now Rift Dancer, we've got to be really careful. Get Rabbit Dementia on you. We did indeed kill this golem. Do we get anything noteworthy? No, we don't. No, we do not. We are about to hit another favor rank though, so that's good. Ooh, these specters are being a little bit annoying. Enemies have extra attack. They are also strong against death. Treasure from all sources sounds lovely. Oh yeah, it looks like the game has sped up quite considerably. Ooh, we have another Xantai fight. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be interesting. We'll make sure that we do everything else in this realm though before we mess around with the Xantai. I wish... So while I was farming these guys off screen in the previous realm, I looked around to see if there was something I could do with the macros. Like, is there a way that I can set up the macros so that if enemies have temporary traits, can I script it so that I automatically cast Blank Slate? And I didn't see a way to make that happen. Did not see a way to make that happen. So I think we are kind of stuck hitting these guys kind of partially with, you know, manual inputs and partially with our macros, which I think is it's a fine compromise, given that only occasionally do we come across an enemy like this that we need to make this kind of special exception for. But given that given that we are having to do so much manual stuff, I really would like to get this card found sooner rather than later. I'm still really happy that we found the Pandora card. I think that's probably going to end up being the highlight of this episode, unless something dramatic happens later on. What the fuck is going on? Why are these guys so... Yeah, why were these guys just shrugging off our damage early on? They're not that strong. They're not that strong. Alright. Have we hit S rank with the killer cooler? Don't think we have, not yet. But we might if we fight them a couple more times. And I know it might be tempting to try and kill them without casting blank slate, but trust me, with 30 extra traits, let me just show you the kind of thing. Like, each of them has 5 random traits, and you never know what kind of weird resurrection synergy they might have going on. So you've got to get rid of their traits, or otherwise it's just gonna cause you a lot of unnecessary grief. You know what, let's just go ahead and fight Zantai right now. Prepare to whatever. Okay, what's... Ooh, we've got a whole lot of debuffs. What are you? Invisible and shelled. Scorned and silenced. Poison, burning, and bleeding. It's not the worst. But we've got to entangle some roots. You are silenced. That sucks. Everybody starts off silenced. So we've confused a few of them, I think. Meraxis is just dead. That's not good. We're gonna have to bring you back. And I think the best way to do that is... Well, I was gonna try and cast Reincarnation, but I messed that up. I instead cast Arbitration, but I think now we... Fuck. Jesus, man, what the... At the start of this creature's turn, we have to let this piece of garbage take his turn. That's not good. But Meraxis is back. So let's let him take one turn. Okay, so now we're scorned. Now let's never let him take a turn ever again. So let's do Greater Dispel. Now let's do Entangling Roots. Now the Dread White can do Feign Death. Now Miraxis can do more entangling roots. Now the Animatus can do Clayman on yourself. A good Archangel blessing. And again. And again. Oh, I didn't want to defend. I didn't want to defend. You know what? That didn't do as much as I would have liked. Got Clayman on you again. And you can do Feign Death again. Miraxis, please just never let this guy take another turn. Now, who's going next? Let me do Greater Dispel? Yeah, let's try that. And now maybe Clayman on you. See, now the Mimic should be able to do that. Okay, people are taking more damage, that's fine. Now you can do Greater Dispel. See, because now the Dreadwhite can do Feign Death. Not as much damage as I would have liked. Let's entangle some roots. Greater Dispel again. Ebony and can do this again. Mimic can Greater Dispel. Rift Dancer can maybe try to... Oop, that did not work. And I think we've finished them off. It's a tricky fight. But I think we're fine. We need to just damage him a little. And maybe just do this. And he's dead. There we go. And this chest gave us nothing. That chest gave us nothing. That is yet another victory against Xantai. And after the 10th win, the game kind of stops counting it for you because you only get achievements for beating him. The first 10 times after that, it's like you can keep track of it yourself, I guess, but I'm gonna lose count. I know. I just know that he's only beaten us once, that I can remember. Okay, so when we get back home, I think I'm going to restart this game. Ooh, extra items. This could be really good. But nothing special. More of these killer coolers. And as long as they don't mess with the timeline, these battles are going relatively okay. Even with them being fused with the luck mantrias and getting random resurrections. Alright. Alright, let's get this done. This is probably the Skeleton Master. And finally we can hand in our Forge mission and hand in our Rune of Prophecies. Yeah, this is the Skeleton Master. I think this should be relatively straightforward. Oh, except we're in for a bad time. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Skeletons are... They do heavy damage. I've used skeletons to pretty good effect in the arena. They can be instrumental in wiping out the enemy party pretty quickly. Yeah, and we beat the Skeleton Master for the 5th time. That gave us the costume as well. There are 2 more enemies. And once again, the game is speeding up again. Do I restart? Do I just chance it? How long has the recording been? 46 minutes? Is it worth restarting? Let's just trust that the game's gonna be fine. Oh yeah, we've got this exotic realm as well, which is gonna be another potential source of loot. Alright. What are you? I guess it doesn't really matter what you are, because we've seen all of these exotics. Nothing in that chest, or indeed in that chest. And nothing left in this realm except potentially a couple of chests. And I think we're done. We are done, and at least for now the game seems to be running smoothly, so I'll just leave it be. I will just leave it be. So we'll hand in a Forge mission, and we'll hand in our Rune of Prophecies. We didn't find a single buried treasure. That's pretty annoying. But we can still get more than 40,000 piety for handing in our rune. And what are... Okay, arena battles, we'll do these next episode. What else? Slot machines, Kino. We'll do Siralim. We'll do this, and we've got to defeat Impington Reborn. We'll set a bounty with them next, because I think we are getting pretty close to killing the next false god. So we need to play Kino. Alright, got some late hits. Play Siralim. And we get some notoriety. That's the main thing we like out of these Riddle Dwarf games. And slots as well. And look at that, we won nothing. That's okay. Ooh. Hang on, did we set a bounty against Impington? Oh, no, sorry, this is Nether Boss Impington, not False God Impington Reborn. I was confused for a second. It's just a coincidence that in this realm we are fighting the the false god, sorry, the nether boss version of the false god, that we have a prophecy mission to fight. And we'll go and hit you in the arachnid nest. Sounds good to me. 7 enemies and a master. Sounds reasonable. Not too many. I do love opening chests in this area. I do not love getting the bad outcome with the hang on a second. Enemies are fused. For some reason, it almost felt like... Okay. The color palettes in that first group of enemies that we fought, for some reason, made me feel like they weren't fused. But obviously, I was just imagining things. Are we? Yeah. Because if they weren't fused, then that would mean we were doing this on like 0 instability, which is not a great way to play the game. You want to play on high instability for that good loot bonus. Poisoned, blighted. Okay, that's fine. Creatures burst out. That's okay. Because in this case, this just means we get extra favor and we can still get the loot afterwards. Although we didn't in that case. But the creatures bursting out wasn't the thing that prevented us. It's just when you interact with those eggs, sometimes you get the loot, sometimes you don't. Sleeping. Okay, so we do not get the snare debuff. Hey, look at that. We get a skin. I didn't notice if one of our enemies had the special skin, like the star that indicates that they have a skin that they're about to drop. But yeah, that's cool. We found another skin. Gotta love these rare drops. And we get a pretty expensive looking nether stone, but sadly not one with any traits on it. That's okay. A whole bunch of these guys are resurrecting. That's no good. And finally we snare our enemies. And we've summoned a bunch of other enemies. That's okay. Let's get some killer coolers out on the field. Things are once again slowing down. But that's okay. That's okay. Got Oh yeah, and these corpse explosions are so slow when the game is already slow. Got another mimic fight? I think this mimic again has spawned with only 1 health, which is good for us because it means a lot of these mimic fights are gonna end up being a lot quicker. Right, and this is not a false god fight, so we See, this is what I mean about the start of battle spells that enemies can sometimes have due to their extra traits. But it's... as long as it's only an occasional occurrence, and if it doesn't happen every time, I'm okay with that. Yeah, these guys ultimately were their own worst enemies. Yeah, again, blank slate. And then kill you like that. You know what I'll do from now on? From now on, before I start recording, I will restart my computer. And I'll see if that helps with this whole slowdown situation. It could, you know. I know lots of other things mysteriously just start to run more smoothly every time I restart, so you never know. Could be with this as well. Right, let's kill you as well. Again, blank slate followed by our macro. It is unfortunate that these corpse explosions are going off so often, especially with the game being slow right now. But yeah, you know what, let's just try to not let it bother us too much. You know what, let me try something different. Instead of that, what if I do this? Is that quicker? I don't know if that's necessarily quicker. Alright. We do need to explore the rest of this realm. There's a couple things. Yeah, we need to find that buried treasure. And of course we need to fight our another boss. See, they've messed with the timeline, which is exceedingly annoying. That's okay though. Just do blank slate, and then we'll just kill them normally. And once again we have to sit through these explosions. That's okay. That's fine. Here is our master. Let's just deal with you pretty quickly. You know what, let's play this smart. Oh. Do it like this. Do it like this. Do it like... Well, I cast it on the wrong person. That's okay. And I think we can win. There we go. That is victory number 21 against the Leech Master. Alright, that's pretty good. And let us just quickly finish the rest of this realm, and then we'll deal with the Nether boss. And if we're lucky, I keep saying this, like, even though I know it doesn't work this way, part of me is like, if I say it, maybe it'll happen. Like, if we're lucky, maybe we'll find the card from one of these dudes, one of these killer coolers. Oh, once again they have messed with the timeline. That's unfortunate, but we can manage. Alright, we're almost done, just 4 more enemies. Four more enemies. And here's some more of the native enemies. And here's a nemesis group of creatures, which might give us something nice, but they don't. Buried treasure as well is pretty lackluster. That's okay. Yeah. Blank slate. And then kill the rest. No sign of the card yet, but that's okay. Final enemy on the map. And it doesn't give us what we want. That's okay. Let's head on to the Nether boss. Where are you? You're right next to the candle. That's convenient. And let's murder you. Hee ho ha. Eloquent as always. Alright. How are we gonna do this? We should this. Do that. Do this. You can cast Entangling Roots. Now you can double cast Clayman. We're gonna have to do Astral Dimension at some point as well. But now you can do Feign Death. And I think these guys might just be dead. No need for Astral Dimension. I think we can finish them off with Star Pact. Yeah, they're just screwed. Well, Impington's gonna come back in his second form, but just immediately dead as well. Okay, nothing from the boss itself. Nothing from either of the chests. And nothing from the final enemy. Sorry, the final loot at the end. We are past the 1 hour mark. However, I do kind of want to do... I've gotten into the habit. I want to do one final realm. Let's see, can we roll a good bonus? Actually, you know what, hang on. Let me go back to the castle. Let me restart the game, and then I'll do one final round, right? So just give me a moment. I will be back with you shortly. Okay, we're back. And things are smooth, at least at the outset. So let's do our final realm, hopefully with the lag and the slowdown behind us. Just gotta roll ourselves a nice bonus. Come on, any second. 363 is acceptable. We'll go into a random realm. And we end up in the torture chamber. And we have a nether portal. Always a good sign. What do we... Ooh, a gift mimic? Ooh, this is an interesting party. They have a Tanukruk and a gift mimic. And it looks like immediately the game is slowing down again. So I don't know if restarting even accomplished anything. But you know what? It's fine. We'll do this final round. It'll be okay. Ooh, hey, we get one of the nether realms that I do enjoy. The one that just gives you a bunch of favor with the god of the realm. And in fact, we are definitely going to be hitting another favor rank. Not just now, but with the favor that we can gain from the realm itself, we should be hitting another favor rank. The people in this realm, though, are pretty tanky. They've got extra health and less damage dealt. I don't know if indirect damage counts for that. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Do we have to answer Riddle Dwarf questions for this Rune of Prophecies? We do not. So Forbidden Depths is an Alpha. Oh hey, look at that! We get some card. We get a card from a random loot. Always a good time. So as always, the one final realm that we're doing is proving to be lucrative. I opted for Rabbit Dementia instead of Reincarnation just because these lepers can... They have corpse explosions of their own, which can be not necessarily dangerous, but just annoying. Just to have all these extra spells shooting off. Alright, did we donate? We did, okay. Once again, let's try to punch them to death. That went well. And we get more resources from battles. And we've beaten the realm quest as well. Lovely. Not quite done though. Not sure what's going on. Excuse me? No. Well, whatever that was, it was very annoying. I think the enemy was trying to damage us, but not really getting through. Not really doing damage. Like, that's the sound effect that plays when somebody tries to damage somebody, but it isn't doing anything, so it's just a bunch of 0 damage hits. You are the Fiend Master. I'm not that worried about you, but I will cast Blank Slate. I will also cast Entangling Roots. And now we can just do this normally. Okay, let's just end this. There we go. That is victory number 6 with that particular master. Right, now what I'm gonna do is I am gonna start summoning some killer coolers, because I do want to fast track this card set. Looks like we are killing them pretty quickly. That's good. That is good. Okay, alright. Let's clear out the rest of this realm. We did find the card in this realm, right? Yeah, we definitely did. We definitely did find one card in one of the random loot instances. And now we're just looking for anything extra that we might take with us before we end off this episode. We've already beaten the master. Have we completed the realm quest? I think we've done that as well. We're completing all kinds of prophecy tasks, so that's good. All in all, just having a lovely time. We've donated to you, yes we have. All right. I'm gonna try something. Well, that's it. This is annoying. This is very annoying. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast Rabid Dementia and see if we can kill these guys this way. 'Cause this might be a quicker way to kill them, except in this case maybe not, because one of them had like a rebirth buff, which brought them back to life. So maybe Rabid Dementia isn't necessarily the most reliable way to get them killed quickly. I'll stick to Reincarnation. I'll stick to the Looks like they shuffled the timeline again. This is why I hate extra traits. This garbage is just the worst. And my people are losing turns as well for reasons Known only to them. Oh, come on, man. Jesus, what an annoyance. Come on. And one of them's gonna come back to life. Okay. There we go. You're dead. 7 more enemies in this realm. We'll kill all of them. Almost done. I tend to get quiet sometimes towards the end of the episode, especially when we are just doing some routine farming. That's just because there's not a lot to say, other than I really do hope we find a card out of all of this, but it could take a few episodes. You know, we've got to count our blessings. We've already found some other cards, including the Pandora card, which is really good because the Pandora we could only farm in specific realms, whereas the Cooler, despite the annoyance of us having to cast Blank Slate and there being a lot of more, you know, manual actions needed while fighting it, despite all of that, we can at least be fucking serious. This is why extra traits... I mean, okay, this isn't extra traits as a realm property, this is extra traits as a creature trait. Like, their trait is extra traits, but still, this is just... we can't manually... Fuck off. Piece of shit. You piece of actual... You know what? Let me just try and kill you straight away. I'll take the risk, because I don't want to have to let 5 of them take their turns. Hey, look at that, it's a mimic. This mimic at least has full health. But can we punch him to death? Not quite. We need more... Well, I think we can finish you off like this, probably. There we go. And nothing in the mimic chest. Oh well, that's okay. And you guys are gonna go down. And we have 2 enemies left. Ooh, and we can hand in a Keyforge mission as well. There's one of our 2 enemies. You know, maybe... I was gonna say, maybe for our Dreadwhite, instead of having him cast Arbitration on Provoke, we should have him cast Blank Slate on Provoke. Just so that we can occasionally get rid of these enemy extra traits without having to spend an action doing it. Just a thought. I think our final enemy is around here. There you are. Let's kill you and let's call it good. Blank Slate. and finish you off. There we go. Wonderful. And we get nothing. That's okay. Let's just head home and call it good. Another... Well, hang on. Oh, this isn't... That was just part of the realm decoration. I thought maybe that was an object that is going to give us something. So, once again, the one final realm that we did ended up giving us a card from random loot. And any realm where you find a card is a good realm indeed. Alright, let's hand in our projects. Let's take a look at our prophecies. What sort of... They want us to do hunt missions. You know what? I don't want to do hunt missions. Because hunt missions are useless for us. I'm not gonna do hunt missions. I'm sorry. I'm gonna hope that we get everything else done. Because hunt missions at this point, we are getting knowledge with creatures very, very fast. Like, every realm we go into, creatures are going higher and higher in rank just from the knowledge that we find from loot sources. And hunt missions, we've already done 100 of them. I want to do the other mission types so that we can at least get those achievements done. Or I want to do Keyforge missions so that we can get our stockpile of keys, you know, up. So far we've only got 453. We're gonna need a lot more than this. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna be doing hunt missions. I'm sorry, game. We'll just do... Maybe... You know what, let me check something. Castle achievements. We've done fewer than 40 experiment missions, fewer than 40 forage missions. We've done 100 hunt missions and Keyforge missions. And 100 pilgrimage missions. We've done 40 raid missions. How many training missions have we done? 90. We're getting close to 100 training missions. So what I'll do is I will, when we hit 100 training missions, I'll stop doing these. Which training mission did we just complete? We completed defense. So let's do health. And now we are... What? We're doing... I guess we need to do another mission. Should we just... I was gonna say, should we just do hunt missions? Let's see. Like, what is the likelihood that we are going to wait until we complete 2 whole hunt missions? That's the other thing. If it was just 1 hunt mission, I'd have probably done it. But 2 of them is a bit too much. Yes, I'm not going to do hunt missions. I'll do something else. I'll just do a... Let's do a raid. Or, I don't know, let's do a... Let's do a forage. Like, I like raid because, like, treasure could be good. But you know what, let's do a forage, I guess. And, I think we're good. I think we are good. On everything else, yeah. I think we're good. Alright. I think now it is time to bring this episode to a close. It's turned out to be a pretty long one. But you know what? That's okay. Sometimes you just gotta go a little bit longer to get the good stuff, but I think in the coming week, largely because I won't have that much time, I'll do shorter episodes as well, aiming to be closer to the 1 hour mark. But for now, let's just call this episode good. Let's reflect on what we accomplished. We found a couple cards in this episode. One of them, I don't even remember which one it was, but we found it in random loot. We also found, importantly, the second out of 4 cards from the Mimic set. We found the Pandora card. And now, every time we fight Mimics, there's a decent chance that it'll start the battle with 1 health, which means we can kill it instantly. But we do want to complete this set, because the final bonus, 5% might not sound like much, but we fight Mimics regularly enough that this is going to mean we find many more treasure golems than we currently do, and that, I think, is a good thing. It's going to be a really good thing. But it is going to entail us fighting a lot of these killer coolers, which occasionally are going to cause us a bit of annoyance. But yes, that was the major accomplishment this episode, finding the Pandora card. Other than that, not a lot to write home about. Ooh, 384 is a good bonus. Resurrect on Death, we'll just deal with that. That's going to be our bonus for the next episode. But yeah, other than that, we also fought Impington, the Nether boss, and I think that's about it. But you know what? I'm happy with this episode. Finding the Pandora card is a pretty important find for us, and pretty soon we'll have the Mimic set complete, and that'll be exciting when that happens. But yes, I think that is going to be all for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a good time, and I hope you'll join me in the next episode as well. And until then, take care.